Don't buy a motorcycle just yet. Seriously, 2026 is bringing some bikes worth waiting for. Riders have been asking for more power where it actually matters, improved comfort, and smarter overall designs. If you purchase now, there's a good chance you'll regret not holding out a little longer. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250. St. Harley-Davidson shocked everyone with the Pan America, but many riders quickly realized they didn't really need a hardcore off-road beast. That's where the Pan America 1250 ST comes in. This street-focused version is expected to keep the 1,252cc Revolution Max engine, producing around 150 horsepower, but with a lowered suspension setup, sport touring wheels, and more road-biased tires. Ergonomics should be more welcoming for shorter riders, while touring features like a refined fairing and luggage options will turn it into a true pavement eater. Electronics are expected to stay top tier, including adaptive ride height, multiple riding modes, cornering abs, traction control, and cruise control. Pricing is expected to land around $18,000 to $19,000, placing it firmly as a premium American sport tourer. Why wait? Because if you love the Pan America but dislike the height and dirt focus, the ST is the bike you actually wanted from the start. In 2026, this could redefine Harley's future in touring. Number 5. Suzuki GSX 8 Trillions. Music. The GSX 8 Trillions is a fully fared, luggage-ready evolution of Suzuki's 8 Series platform. Using the same 776 CCS parallel twin, expect strong low-end torque, relaxed ergonomics, integrated pannier mounts, solid wind protection, and long-distance comfort. Electronics should mirror the GSX 8S, while suspension tuning will prioritize stability over aggression. Pricing is expected to fall around $9,500 to $10,000, making it one of the most affordable true sport touring motorcycles available. Why wait? Because this segment is nearly empty. The GSX 8 Trillions could easily become the go-to option for commuters and weekend tourers who don't want a heavy machine. In 2026, this may end up being Suzuki's most practical motorcycle, and one many buyers will wish they waited. Number 4. Triumph Trident 800. The Trident 660 proved something important. Riders still want simple, well-styled roadsters with personality, but many also realize they'll outgrow them quickly. That's exactly where the rumored Trident 800 steps in, and it may be one of Triumph's smartest decisions in years. Expected to use a revised version of Triumph's triple-cylinder engine, the Trident 800 should make around 95 to 100 horsepower, delivering meaningful highway power without stepping on the street triples territory. This places it in a perfect middle ground, more exciting than entry-level bikes, yet far more livable than aggressive naked sport machines. Classic Trident styling should remain untouched. Clean lines, a round LED headlight, and minimalist bodywork. Electronics are expected to include riding modes, traction control, abs, a quick shifter, and Triumph's signature smooth throttle response. Suspension and braking components will likely be upgraded over the 660, making the bike feel more planted and confidence-inspiring. Pricing is expected around $9,500 to $10,000, which makes it extremely competitive for a triple-powered roadster with premium build quality. Why is this bike worth waiting for? Because it fixes the biggest issue with the current Trident: longevity. The 660 is excellent, but many riders fear they'll outgrow it within a year. The 800 keeps the approachable feel while adding power you'll appreciate long-term. In 2026, the Trident 800 could become the default recommendation for riders wanting one bike that does everything without compromise. If you're debating the 660 right now, waiting might save you from upgrading sooner than planned. 3. BMW R 1300 RS. BMW's Boxer engine has always been iconic, but let's be honest, it hasn't always been perfect. Weight, music bulk, and a top-heavy feel have held back what should have been the ultimate sport touring platform. In 2026, the R1300RS is expected to change that. Built around the new 1300cc liquid-cooled Boxer introduced with the GS, this engine produces roughly 145 horsepower, while being lighter, more compact, and more efficient than the outgoing 1250. The RS version should receive a completely reworked chassis, better mass centralization, and sharper sport touring ergonomics that move the rider closer to the bike without sacrificing long-distance comfort. Technology will be fully loaded, as expected from BMW. Adaptive cruise control, dynamic traction control, cornering abs, electronic suspension, heated grips, and a large TFT display, depending on trim. This motorcycle is designed to cross countries at speed while still feeling planted through corners. Pricing is expected to start around $15,500 to $16,500, placing it squarely in the premium sport touring class. But that price brings serious engineering upgrades over the outgoing model. Why wait for the R1300Rs instead of grabbing a discounted R1250Rs right now? Simple, this isn't a facelift, it's a generational leap. BMW has addressed nearly every long-standing criticism of the Boxer platform in one move. Lighter weight, more power, better balance, and improved rider confidence. If sport touring is your category and you're considering BMW, buying the older model just months before this arrives is a textbook case of buyer's remorse. The R1300RS represents the Boxer engine finally becoming what it was always meant to be. In 2026, it may set the benchmark for the entire segment. Number 2, Suzuki GSX 8 Trillions. When people talk about missed opportunities in modern motorcycling, Suzuki always gets mentioned. Incredible engines and legendary reliability, often wrapped in designs that feel just a bit too safe. That changes in 2026 with the GSX 8 Trillions, a motorcycle that finally packages Suzuki's brilliant 776 CCS parallel twin into a retro-inspired real-world sport touring design. At its core is the same 776 CCS engine from the GSX 8S, producing around 82 horsepower and a strong wave of torque exactly where riders actually use it. Expect ride-by-wire throttle, multiple riding modes, traction control, a bidirectional quick shifter, and a modern TFT display, all hidden behind classic styling cues like a round LED headlight, sculpted fuel tank, and upright ergonomics. Suspension is expected to favor comfort over aggression, making the bike far more forgiving on long journeys. Pricing is where the GSX 8 Trillions becomes a real threat. Suzuki is known for undercutting competitors, and expectations place this bike around $9,000 to $9,500, significantly cheaper than European retro rivals, while delivering similar performance and better reliability. So why is this one of the smartest bikes to wait for in 2026? Because it fills a long-ignored gap. Riders who love retro styling usually have to accept outdated tech or inflated prices. The GSX 8 Trillions delivers modern performance, genuine touring comfort, and proven Japanese reliability without the premium badge tax. If you're considering anything in the middleweight retro category right now, buying before this launches could feel like a mistake. The GSX 8 Trillions isn't just another new model, it's Suzuki finally playing to its strengths. In 2026, it may quietly become one of the most sensible and well-rounded motorcycles on the market. Number 1, Moto Morini X-Cape 700. The X-Cape 650 surprised a lot of people. Solid design, real adventure capability, and aggressive pricing that undercut rivals. But it wasn't perfect. The 2026 X-Cape 700 is expected to fix exactly what riders complained about most. The updated engine is rumored to produce slightly more power and torque, especially through the mid-range, improving highway cruising and reducing strain at higher speeds. Suspension tuning should be refined as well, offering better damping control on pavement and light off-road terrain. Wheel sizes are expected to stay at 19 inches front and 17 inches rear, keeping the bike versatile, music, and confidence-inspiring. Electronics will remain simple but useful: traction control, ABS, ride modes, and a TFT display. This bike isn't about flashy tech, it's about value. Expected pricing sits around $7,500 to $8,000 keeping it firmly in the budget adventure category, while delivering meaningful improvements. Why wait? Because the biggest weakness of the X-Cape 650, high-speed comfort, is exactly what the 700 aims to improve. Buying the older model now, knowing a refined version is right around the corner, just doesn't make sense. In 2026, the X-Cape 700 could quietly become the smartest adventure buy for riders who want capability without debt. It proves you don't need a $15,000 ADV bike to explore, so now the choice is yours. Buy now or hold the line. Which of these 6 motorcycles is worth waiting for in 2026? Drop your pick in the comments. I'm personally keeping a close eye on that Suzuki. Ride safe, and I'll see you next time.